All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Jerome McCoy. Come out here to talk to you all, pour into your life. Couple things I want to get established off the flip. I ain't come out here to be disrespected or to disrespect y'all. I'm not gonna cuss at y'all and y'all not gonna cuss at me. We're gonna talk like civilized people in here today. If y'all got questions, I don't mind you raising your hand to talk or ask me a question, but I don't want you over here talking amongst yourselves, because what I come to bring to y'all today is 100, okay? And this right here is going to help you guys if you want the help, right? So I do this for free, just so y'all know, okay? This ain't that county ain't paying me to come out here, bring my cameras and all this stuff. This stuff costs money. Guess who money it is? It's mine. Okay, so I'm pouring into y'all because I love you. That's why I'm here. Okay, because I had kids that was in this situation. So that's why I'm here. This is a passion for me. This is very passionate to me. So don't jack my time off, because if you do, I'm gonna ask them to put you in the pod and you can go and be somewhere else while everybody else getting the benefit of this. So do I have you all that we're in agreement that everybody can sit here and listen so I can impart to y'all life? You got questions? I don't mind you having questions about anything that I speak about. I'm not speaking to y'all about no lies. Anything I talk to you all about is stuff I've experienced in my life. So that's why I take this beyond the world. This ain't the only place I do this at. I go to all these different prisons, and I got people calling me all over to do this, okay? Because I make an impact when I do this, right? Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all got a goal when you leave out of here, something that you want to do? What's yours? Real quick.
Just stay on track, do what I got to do to succeed.
Okay. How do you plan to do that, though?
Just do whatever I gotta do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you some direction, because, when you say do whatever I gotta do, that's a wide range.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know what you mean, but
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That's a wide range, because I heard I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I heard it from my son before, so I know what that meant. What you talking about? What you got to do? Or what?
Get a job and stay out of trouble.
Okay. How about you?
Close the business.
Okay. I got a clothing business, clothing line.
get a job and take care of my son.
You got a son? How old is he?
4 months,
How long you been here?
7 months.
You been here 7 months? So you didn't see your son born? What you want to do? You got something you want to do in life when you get out of here? Got no plans yet? So you're just gonna wing it when you get out? Get back with the same group, same crowd, same people? No?
I just don't know when I'm getting out.
Huh?
I just don't know when I'm getting out, so I ain't.
Oh, you don't know when you're gonna get out? Okay, so the fact that you don't know when you're getting out, still playing, okay? Because God can work wonders, and He will. And I'm gonna teach you how to do that today. I'm gonna teach you how to talk to God so He move on your behalf, okay? What about you?
Just focus on my music career. Try to stay out the way.
Okay, music career. Okay, how about you?
Job. Stay in my son's life like my dad want for me.
How's your son?
He won.
How about you, young man?
Do the right thing. Get out. Try to focus on money.
Okay,
Take care of my family.
okay. You got a kid? Okay, not yet, but you just talking about your family in general, right? All right. How many of your guys have not really had a father in the home? Okay. All right, look, man. What I came to bring y'all today, I ain't got no game for you, okay? It's very imperative that y'all stay out of here, okay? One of the things I'm doing, I'm walking in my gift. And me being out here in front of y'all is walking in my gift. It's in one of my gifts that God gave me to do. This is something that I have to do. This ain't something that I just want to do. I make money, man, plenty of it. So I don't have to be here, but I want to be here because I go to these different prisons and I talk to these guys. I'm talking to grown men, been there 30, 40, 50 years. They used to be y'all age. And then they in the prison now. Talked to a guy down there before, about a month ago, that's been there 30 years, and he got 40 to go. 40 years, man. Imagine yourself, these doors, these ain't nothing, man. Imagine yourself being in one of them prisons, locked behind bars for 80 years. And it's easy to get in trouble. I know y'all know that, but it's so hard to get out. You could do something, and they'll give you something that they penalize you with, and you think, oh man, that wasn't that. Why are they giving me that kind of time? That wasn't that. I ain't do nothing that serious. In your eyes, you didn't, because you don't know how the law look at it. I believe they can tighten up on some other laws here and there. But listen, man, this is why one of the main reasons I come to important y'all. One of these prisons I've been to before, right? When you go in this prison, now this is after you all, any of y'all been here multiple times? You been here multiple times? How many times you been here? 4. Now how many years span? Okay, so you tired of being here now? This your last time? Okay, I hope so. Because I hope to see you out there doing something, okay? For real, man, this ain't no joke. Quit playing with your life. Quit jacking the people around that love you, because there's somebody that love you out there. You know, you got some people that may not, some people that don't care, some people done wrote you off because, oh, he's just a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to say there's no bad kids, okay? Kids make bad decisions. So it don't necessarily make you bad. I made some bad decisions in my life. When I say I made some bad decisions, I would have never thought in a million years I'd be standing here talking to y'all today. The decisions I made when I was around y'all age, I'd have never thought I'd been standing here talking to y'all. This wasn't even on my radar. Wasn't even thinking about it. So I'm trying to let y'all think about it, show y'all how to think about it right now. It's a prison I went into. When you go into this prison, whew, boy, when you go into this prison, they close the gate. Tall gate, probably about 15, 20 feet, right? They close the gate. This gate make noise. When the gate closed, it slammed. You're going to look back. When you look back, it says, now this is after you done been out here jail multiple times, because you know every time you come to jail, now you become a target, right? So any little thing. See, the more you come to jail, the least you have to do to get in trouble. Because every time you get out here and you do a little, oh yeah, here problem kid, here problem kid. You keep going before that judge, and God forbid you get between the same, get in front of the same judge. Oh, Mr. So-and-so, you back again? So what that signifies to the state is that you ain't learned nothing. We gave you a slap on the hand. We let you come out here. We gave you an opportunity. We gave you some resources, and you got out here and you're still tripping. Okay? Stop. Let this be your last stop here. Go somewhere else and do something better with your life. I'm going to show you how to do that. When you go into this prison and their gates close, on that gate it says, welcome home. Leave all your dreams and hopes behind. Imagine that. Because when you go there, you got 100 years, 50 to 100 years. Well, I know, what, 100 years? They say the average life expectancy is 77 years, 75, 77 years. But it's actually different. That's what statistics say. That's the natural man, what he's supposed to do. But when you live from a supernatural standpoint, which I do, okay? I live from a supernatural standpoint. I'm 54 years old. I don't have no health problems. I'm not going to have any health problems throughout my life. How can I say that? Because I've tapped into something that's greater than this world. I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. When you reach that prison, you get there, all this thinking you finna go in there and you gonna, do a little time or talk a little stuff and then you'll be back out on it. No, it's over. When you go there, it's over. Ain't no appealing, ain't none of that. This particular prison, when you go there, you there. That's it. And they mean leave your dreams and hopes behind, because you ain't gonna be able to pursue none of them. You probably can do some in the prison, but you're limited to what you can do in the jail. You can do certain things, but you're still limited. Even if you became a millionaire in jail, you can't get a hold of all your money. If you in there writing and you got out on social media or whatever, you banging or whatever, you still can't get a hold of your money. They allow you to have a certain amount when it's time to go to commissary. That's it. Then you can't have no real liquid cash on your person. So what I want to challenge y'all to do, get your mind on, start thinking about what you want to do, and I'm finna show y'all some things here, because I told y'all what I'm talking to y'all about, I've experienced. One of the main things, if y'all truly, 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 I'm talking about without anybody pushing towards you or whatever, if y'all truly want to get it right, when you get out of here, the first thing you got to do is change playmates and change playgrounds. Do anybody know what I mean by that? You got it. So you really ain't got no business coming here. You know that. I'm here 4 times. So you ain't got no business here. Because you know that. And you hit the nail on the head. Change your surroundings. Now, you may not be able to change the environment that you live in. You may have to go live with somebody, live in an environment that's that of the same thing that you've encountered before you came in here. But you can definitely change the people that you hang with, because everybody in your environment not the same way. So the moral of that story is everybody that came with you can't go with you. You got guys, your boys growing up, y'all done did stuff together. Every time y'all get together, y'all hype each other up, and then y'all go do something stupid. And then the end result is one of y'all might get away, one of y'all might go to jail. You might be want to go to jail. Well, obviously you're here. If you've been hanging and running with somebody or whatever y'all did. I don't care about the crime y'all did, because I did some stuff, man. I ain't sitting there talking. I ain't one of them guys sitting up here. This ain't no suit and tie guy. Now, I wear suit and tie, but this ain't no guy that come in here from Harvard and all that stuff and ain't never hit the real, ain't never hit the hard. I lived in one of the worst cities in St. Louis at one point in my life. Not now, but I did. I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with the Dub. They call it the Dub. I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with that. I lived down in that area for a minute. About 8 years with 4 kids, 5 and 6. By the time my boys got 10 and 11, they was out here committing grown people crimes. You know why? Because it was the environment they was in, and they weren't strong enough to not succumb to that environment. They wanted to get out here and be a part of what their peers was doing and this and that, and they ended up getting. So I made a decision as a father that I needed to get out that neighborhood. So when the last bout, when they was in Juvenile, I went and bought a whole new house. I was down there hustling hard. You know, I was in that neighborhood, but I wasn't of that neighborhood. I didn't really deal with the people down there. They didn't deal with me. I didn't have no static, and I didn't bring none. I did what I had to do and stayed on my grind, did what I had to do when my kids went to Juvenile. By the time they got out of Juvenile, I had a whole nother house for them in Hazelwood. This is how I know the streets mess y'all up. You know what my son said to me? My youngest boy that was out here really tripping. I get him out of jail. We headed home, and I passed the house up that we lived in, right? Because by then, when I left the house, I was so upset about what was going on down in that neighborhood, and it had got a hold of my kids. I left the house that I was in. I had a mortgage on the house. I gave it back to the mortgage company. I left every piece of furniture in it. Only thing I took is our electronics and our clothes. Put it in my big truck because I bought some diesels, put it in there, and drove out to the new house, and I went and bought all brand new furniture, set their rooms up and everything because I knew it was coming on. When I drove past it, my son said, "Daddy, you missed the house." I said, "No, we don't live there no more." Huh? Yeah, so I drove on out to the new house, got them set up. We're in a different neighborhood. Everybody's vibrant, doing something in the neighborhood, because that makes a difference. The people that are around you doing something, that's motivation. Okay? He get in the house, he says, "Oh man," he had a whole attitude. "Oh, I can't do this, I can't live here." I'm like, "What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? I took you out of poverty, what's the deal? I can't live here. I don't hear no police calls, I don't hear no gunshots, I don't hear no bottles breaking. Don't that sound stupid?" But he was messed up like that. He thought that that was the way it's supposed to be for him because he had been in that situation for so long, since he was 5, you know? So that's why it's important for you to change your surroundings, change the people that you deal with, even if you're in a certain environment. Elevate your mind, your level of thinking. Start being kingdom-minded thinking, where you can do something on a higher level. You know, it don't make you, I don't care if your boys talking about you better than them or whatever. They think you better than them. That's their problem. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to do what you need to do for you, because at the end of the day, all of y'all that got boys that y'all so-called love, that y'all partners, that's my ride or die. Yeah, you die, he gone somewhere else. You riding on something, he ride, he don't care. When you get in a situation, he ain't there. I promise you that because I guarantee you, however many y'all got boys y'all been slinging and hanging with or whatever y'all doing, I guarantee you, they ain't came out here on a regular basis to see about y'all. They ain't put no phone calls in on a regular basis, no visits on a regular basis. I ain't saying they never come, but I guarantee you they ain't coming out here like that same love they say they have for you in the street. So beware who you call your friends. Beware who you call your partners, who you riding with. I ain't got no ride or dies. Closest thing to the ride or die I got is my wife and that man standing behind that camera right there. And then my children. You know why? People like this I can count on. Like my wife, I can count on. When I call him and say, I need you here, boom, he there. I didn't have to call him. When you talk to somebody and you're telling them, you know, y'all together and y'all doing the right thing and y'all handling business, somebody handling business, I don't have to call him and say, John, I need you here in Clayton at X amount of time. You need people that not only want to see you do well, they want to help you do well. He helps me do well. So if it's something I miss, he'll say, hey, Jerome, this is not, he ain't afraid to tell me that. You know why? Because he loved me. And that's what people do that love you. When you out here doing something wrong, they should love you enough to tell you, man, this ain't the right deal. But if they running along with you, you can assume that they don't have that love for you. Now, mind you, some of y'all probably in here, okay, some of the dads wasn't in the home. That's a big problem. Because the system is geared that way in some regard. The government, where they want to keep the man out the home and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? More women becoming more like men, doing men things. And the man get with a woman trying to figure out why she acting like a man because the man ain't stepping up. So when he don't step up, she's forced to be in them shoes. So that's why she act like that. But a man got to be a man. Now, y'all can't be a man if y'all ain't never seen a man. Y'all can, but I'm saying if you never was grown up with a man in the house to show you how to be a man, it's hard, man. So what y'all doing when y'all go out here and y'all trip, y'all searching for an identity. You're out here trying to look at something you can identify with that matches your energy. You're looking for something that man, I can deal with this. I can do this, and yeah, this come, yeah, I can roll with this. Then it may be the wrong thing, maybe the wrong crowd, and you perceive it to be as love when it's not. It's just something to hinder you. It's something to take you down, man. That's why it's important that even as the black race, man, we have to stop killing each other, quit going against each other. We have to stop that, man. If you didn't have a father in the home, okay, I understand that. And then even some of you that have your moms, that you've been on with your mom sometimes, I know sometimes our parents say things that we don't want to hear. We don't, I ain't with that because we got an agenda ourselves we want to do. But I want to encourage you to listen to your parent, your mom, your dad. Even if your dad haven't been in your life, because I've seen this a lot of times. Dad probably ain't been there for 10, 20 years or 5 years or whatever. I don't know, however many years of your life he haven't been there, but then eventually he shows up because dad growing too somewhere. Maybe he's not in your life. I'm not saying that it's right because he should be there from birth. But sometimes a parent cannot be in your life by default. What I mean by default, I'm a real dad. I know I'm a real dad. I know I handle my business with my children. My children really ain't got nothing to gripe about because I've handled my business as a father. All of mine, my babies is 21 now. They just turned 21 last year, latter part of last year. But I know that because I got a couple daughters of mine that, I'm probably still at odds with right now. Not me with them, but probably them with me. And for a long time, I wouldn't come and do this speaking because I thought, man, here I am, I'm talking about going speaking some kids like, and I got kids that's out here tripping and acting, feeling some kind of way. Now, my boys, they done got themselves together a little bit. They thinking different now because they seeing that I'm going and speaking to other people's life, and they ain't got no excuse now because they're around it every day. They're around business. They're around money. They're around the positive stuff, so they have no reason to say that I ain't going to trip. Now, when I say you may not have been in your dad's life by default, what I'm saying is that the system, so don't always just look at your dad. If the man come around 5 years later and he's got a genuine interest to be in your life, at least open up and let him in. Let him give you what he got to give you because you still got some life left. He still got some life left. So give your dad a chance. If he hadn't been there, don't be looking at him crazy. Oh, he wasn't there 10 years of my life. Bump that dude. Don't do that. Give him an opportunity to come in and speak for himself, because you never know what's going on. Dads go through stuff sometimes. They carry the weight of the world on their shoulder, and sometimes dad go through things that we don't know about. So as a kid, all we know is he wasn't there. And what mom said. What mom say ain't always the truth when it comes to dad, because mom might have a certain amount of animosity built up toward dad. Not saying that she does, but it's possible that it can happen. Maybe he did something to her or whatever, you know. But you have to think, if dad come in your life 5 years after you in the world, or 10 years, and he did something, or whatever the case, look at yourself. Before you start pointing the finger at dad, look at yourself. You did something too. That's why y'all sitting here. But y'all want somebody to forgive y'all, right? Y'all want, it's somebody in y'all life that y'all wish that, man, I wish I could just go back to that person and get it right, and they accept me. But I already know that. You already know in your mind that's not going to happen. But it can. But you know that that's not going to happen, you know, because you've done so, you think you've done so wrong. Man, if God will forgive you, ain't no man in this world can tell you that you can't be forgiven. Any man that's not willing to forgive, you can go and sidestep him, because he's trying to say he's above Jesus, and Jesus will forgive you 70 times 7. If you come to Jesus, you'd have tripped 1,000 times in your life, and you come to Jesus and say, I want to get it right, God. I want to live for you. He's going to open the floodgates and pour you out a blessing so big enough you can't receive. You're going to have to give. You're going to have to do. That's what he's done in my life. That's why I'm out here doing all this. I do a lot of stuff for free, because he done overfilled my cup and it's running over. So I got to come, I got to give some stuff away. I can't harbor all this stuff. All this information I got, I can't sit on this and God done gave it to me to give to y'all. This information go across the world. It don't stop in St. Louis. Y'all just privileged to be able to sit before me to get it. I ain't God, ain't neither one of us above one. It don't make me no better than you. I need you like you need me. So ain't neither one of us above the other. Running around here talking you better than somebody. Ain't no better than nobody. Your dad come in your life, give him a shot at least to see what the man on. Evaluate it for yourself. Don't listen to what somebody else tell you about somebody else, and then you draw a conclusion about that person based on what somebody else said. You ain't even experienced it, but you just gonna draw your own conclusion because, oh, such and such said he's a thief or he's a liar. Go and evaluate that for yourself. If you're interested, if you love that person that much, stay in their life long enough to see it for yourself. Now, when you see it yourself, then you make your own judgment of what you need to do for you as it relates to that person. If you're going to hang with them, if you're not, if they for you, if they ain't, I'm going to tell you, people that love you, people that's for you, they want to see you win. They want to see you win, and they want to help you win. And don't have expectations of somebody that they don't know about. Prime example, your mom. I'm going to use your mom, the closest person to y'all. Put that person in mind when I'm giving you this analogy. Whoever that person that's close enough to you, don't have an expectation of them that they don't know anything about. Because you set yourself up for failure. You get attitude, then you want to go do this, that, and the other. Because mama didn't do X, Y, Z. You know why? Because you had an expectation of mama, because mama been doing it. But mama get tired of doing it. She get tired of being there, and then when she do it, you turn around and put your butt in her face every time she do it, because so often we crap on the people that's really showing us love. But the people that give us hard love, tough love, and don't really care about us, them the people we respect. Them the people we come and we going to sit down and listen to them. But you got somebody that's pouring into you, giving you, and that 9 times out of 10, that person that you listening to, he don't care nothing about you. He don't care where you fall off the earth. He don't care. He wants to control. He don't care about your life. Your parent, they're not concerned with the control. They just want to make you control yourself. So what I mean by don't have an expectation of somebody that they don't know about. Don't be up here thinking, you go to, man, I'm going to go to mom, see if mom, I need $10. I know I can get it from my mom. You go on over there, talking to your mom. Mom, give me 10. You know she's going to give it to you. But mom changed her mind. No, you need to get a job. Mom already thought in her mind, no, he didn't ask me enough. Now, it's time for him to get a job. It's time for him to do something with his life, because that's what you're doing. You handicap him, you cripple him. I did it. I'm telling y'all, again, I told y'all, I ain't talking about nothing I ain't been through. I've been there. I did this. I did it with my children. So when you go to mom and you ask for that, give mom that ask mom for the $10, mom say, no, I ain't got nothing for you. I can't do it. Get a job. Then you wig out. You got a whole attitude. You want to steal from mom, steal out a purse when she sleep, or whatever you want to do. But you took action because you was upset, because you had an expectation of mom that she knew nothing about. So when you're talking to mom or whomever you're talking to, that closest person, before you have an expectation, speak to that person first. And it's not good to expect anything of anybody. Do what you have to do without expectation. The only thing that I expect out of here, and I ain't going to be let down if it happens because y'all letting yourself down if you do it, but I expect to get results because I don't go into these places without coming out with the goods. And the goods that I'm coming out of with here is for you all to come out of here, do better, and stay out of here. These people here because they love y'all. Trust me, they getting money, they get paid, it's a job, yeah. But you better know, I don't care how tough they are or how rough they are on y'all, they here because they care. I promise you, I can talk to this gentleman back here, I promise you his check ain't enough to put up with the stuff they deal with every day in here. Am I right, sir? I don't even know the man, he just walked in the door. We never met. I'm just telling you, I ain't never met him. Don't know his name yet. But I promise you, man, these people ain't out here for the check. This little money don't mean nothing. These people, when they take these jobs, when people take jobs dealing with people, that's a genuine level of care that they got. It's a certain level of care that they have in them that they want to impart to somebody because they want to see that person win. If all y'all locked up, man, that's this many people, that's 8 people that the devil got off the street. He ain't got to worry about you no more. You out the household. He ain't got to worry about your seeds producing. He ain't got to worry about you producing no stars or no money makers or nobody going to shake and make the world. Because see, out of 80 y'all, see, he gambling. There's 500 million sperm come out every time you do that. So some of them going to win. They're going to go and there's going to be a child become of that. Okay? So he might be the one that changed the world, changed the trajectory of the world and knock the devil on out. The devil don't want that. That's why I say it's important. Y'all valuable, man. Y'all born in this world young kings, man. Walk like it. Don't be walking around. You don't have to be subject to this stuff. You don't have to go hit a lick. You ain't got to go steal nothing. Put yourself in harm's way because you go in the bag in the store and steal a soda and some chips and a candy bar or whatever you want to take. If you're stealing some jewelry. I can afford it, but man, I ain't gonna wear no $100,000 chain on my neck for what? You catch me spending that kind of money on something, it's producing something. It's an investment. I'm not out here spending. I had a kid tell me, one of the kids here tell me, when I first came out here, told me he spent $800 on some gold in his mouth. I know they're doing that. You know, everybody want to keep up with the Jones, but that's what I'm saying. Be different. You ain't got to keep up with everybody. You know, I'd rather have $500 million and look like this than to have $800 in my bank account, can't even pay my bills, but I got on Gucci, Prada, gold in my mouth, chain look like it's worth $100 million, because y'all know they going to the beauty supply, right, getting them cubic zirconias, calling them diamonds they get with their boys, because, you know, average dude, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, because the average dude in the street, he ain't got diamond money. So he go to the beauty supply, get the big earring, you dig? You got to look like a diamond, big diamond. He flopping, you know. He put a little stuff, make himself look like he on. Chain ain't worth $3, but he looked the part. He looked like it. You know what I'm saying? Go around his partner's all on him. Then his partner, they setting him up because when somebody kill you, get at you, it's 9 times 10 somebody close to you. Ain't no strangers running up on somebody they don't know. It happens. I ain't gonna tell you that because it does happen. Probably more prevalent now than ever, but most times it's somebody that know you. They plotting on you. They're around you. They get a chance to see you every day. They're watching you. You know what I'm saying? And you run around here like you $100 million man. You flat broke, man. You will never see me walking around like that. Ever. Period. I can afford any kind of car I want. I can afford any kind of house I want. I can afford any amount of jewelry I want. You'll never see me on all that crazy stuff, man. If you do, you can come up to me and say, Mr. McCoy, what's the plan for that chain you got on your neck? Because I believe me, I got a plan. And if I got it, I probably ain't gonna have it on my neck. I'm gonna say to myself, all these rappers getting killed for their jewelry? Because they know, these big money dudes, they out here, you know, they flossing. But what's the purpose? What you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? What, to get a girl? Or what? Or to make, you like boys? You wanna make them, appease them? I mean, what? What you doing it for? What's the purpose? to make you look, I look just as clean and neat as anybody else. I might have $150 on right now, maybe 200, but I had one of my Mexican friends tell me in business, because I run a business also, right? Couple businesses. One of my Mexican friends told me, we real close, we talk, we cool. He said, you know what? He said, Jerome, you know why? Because I kept telling him, I said, man, I can't, most of the people that are working in my business now, I'm starting to hire out of my race. Not that I want to, but I mean, I want everybody to have a fair shot, fair opportunity, because you should, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not discriminating, but I want to hire the people that's struggling so I can help them get somewhere, show them something they never seen, take them somewhere they ain't never been, right? Let them do something they ain't never done. He said, well, Jerome, you know what? You know why you guys don't really succeed? Most of you guys, you know, like the blacks, sometimes y'all don't really succeed in life, and you know, with the things that they want to do. I said, why? Hit me like a ton of bricks when he said this, and I'm out here, I'm speaking, I'm doing all this stuff, but this Mexican dude told me this. But he's my friend. He loved me enough to tell me the truth. I ain't finna be a prick because he Mexican. I'm gonna jump on you and talk about my people like that. No, I'm trying to soak this game up because I need to know what you know. Because there's some people that'll love you, that'll tell you some stuff that you don't even know. You know, I'm a black. I love my people, but I sit in the room with more white people and other people of other nationalities that I love, that are my friends. I got Mexican friends, Italian friends that I sit in these rooms with because they love me. So you don't look at the color of a person. That don't mean nothing. Because if I cut you and I cut somebody else of a different race, y'all gonna bleed the same color. The difference is this out here. You know what I'm saying? You make life what you want. Ain't no about you going somewhere, oh, they prejudice, I can't make it. You can do what you want to do in this lifetime. But you gotta live on a supernatural level. You can't do it in the natural. You know. But this Mexican guy told me, he said, know why y'all can't make it in life? I said, why is that? He said, because, you know, black guys spend their money trying to look like they rich. Cars, houses, women. You know, they putting stupid wheels on their car, they doing all this stuff. They go spend $100,000 on a car. Guy down the street, somebody come across their intersection, T-bone it. Then they ain't have no, they got all their money on the car, ain't putting no insurance on it. Get T-boned now, they done spent all their money, they done jacked it up. Oh, I got bread, I'm good. Yeah, okay, keep on living like a fool. But he say, that's what they do. They spend their money doing that. He said, but what we do, we pool our money together. People laugh about all these Mexicans being together on the job and all that, but guess what? You got guys out here struggling in construction companies. Like, I'm in the construction business. Like, I partner with people. I don't care if you black, green, yellow, white, blue, whatever nationality, whatever creed you are. If you own, we doing it. Let's do it together, because that's my mindset. I'm going forward. I don't care about what color you are. We going ahead. If you with me, let's go. I don't care what the color is, man. It don't matter to me. But don't come in this organization tripping, because you'll be X'd out just as quick as you came in. So it don't matter about the color. But if you notice, Mexicans, they put a whole roof on, tear one off and put one on in one day. I ain't seen no black guys doing that yet. Still, and I'm in the business. I've been in the business 28 years. I ain't seen no black company get out there, tear a roof on, put it back on in one day. Other than myself. You know why? Because I got Mexican buddies that taught me the game. Now, it ain't a group of blacks doing it, like it's a group of Mexicans doing it, you know. Man, you might come on my job, see a Chinese over here, a Mexican, you might, anything, you know. But guess what? They all have the same mindset. They know what I want. They know what I'm looking for. They know I ain't shucking and jiving. I'm not playing no games with them. I'm not going to do that. Two things I ain't going to do. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to play no games with you. Period. Because I ain't set up to do that. I came from the street. I came out the mud. Okay? My dad was in the house, but he kind of wasn't. He was in the house, but you know, we had some differences here and there, but he was in the house, but he was a loving. He did what he was supposed to do as a father. My hat's off to him. He's gone today, but my hat's off to my dad. He did what he was supposed to do, but we still had our own mind. Our parents gave us our own mind, and they were there for the support. So if you got a parent or anybody that's there for the support, moral support, physical support, then use that support to go higher. Don't sit up and use nobody for cash out, and that's your means of income. If somebody cash apping you, they giving you some money to do whatever, take that money and make it make some money. Make it go do something. You know, money is made to make it do something. It's not made to sit stagnant in your bank account or in a safe in the house. It is made to go and do something. So money makes money if you make it make money. And the only way you're going to do that is to have the proper tools, the proper knowledge to know how to go forth and do that. So again, like I say, anytime I come out here, I'm out here every week. Eventually, I might start coming out here twice a week, but right now I'm out here once a week. Come out here to pour in y'all life to make sure that y'all got everything that y'all need from me from a visual standpoint. Now, let's get into something a little deeper. You guys can do whatever it is that you want to do in this life. When I say you can do whatever it is you want to do, and I'm talking to y'all at this scale because if I go, I talk to the guys at the big prison, like I say, but you all are my preference. I prefer to come and talk to you all. Do y'all understand? Can any of y'all tell me why I would prefer and come and talk to you all before I go to the big prison? Why?
Because we got a second chance.
Yep. That's one way to look at it. Anybody else?
It's still developing, and you can put us in the right way.
Okay. That's good. Them good answers. Anybody else? No? Okay. The reason I choose to come here and talk to you all and make them second is because if I can talk to y'all here and change your mind right now, you'll never make it there. Trust me, y'all don't want to make it there. Y'all don't even want to make it across the street because it hit different over there. What y'all doing here? It's not cool. Y'all not in the best situation, but it's kiddie camp compared to some places I done seen and been. Get a situation with somebody that done murdered somebody and they got life. They don't care nothing about you, man. Y'all pretty much in y'all own little pod, but you get in one of them cells with somebody out there that killed somebody and they know that their life is doomed. Or if, God forbid, they on death row. They know they dying. Man, they don't care about you, anything. When you get in there, the hunt is on. It's like a lion going after a gazelle when you get in there because they don't care at that point, man. It don't matter how tough you are. The toughest boy can get got. This is nothing. Y'all don't even experience what I'm about to tell you on this level. You don't, because it's a controlled environment and they're watching everything because even though you all are in there, they still have a level of care that they have to give y'all. They got a level of love that they give y'all, man. They not making enough money to take care of to go through the crap y'all give them, all the cussing in the mouth and all. They don't make enough money, all that y'all being cool, all that cussing. Brother, you get not across the street, because it ain't even really going on over there. But you go to some of these prisons I've been to and seen some stuff and heard some stories, and I know exists. I'm telling y'all, because guess what? I was in one before. I've been there. I've been there before. Like doing a bit. I've been there. Man, you better know how to conduct yourself if you go in there. I know I can defeat any man if I want to defeat him physically, if I want to. But when you go in there, you better not walk in one of the prisons with that kind of mentality. You the hardest guy. You go in there, you got mouth and all that. They sizing you up because this guy's been there years before you. And they got people that's running the prison. They got people in the prison that's running the guards. They do stuff to move the guards. Bring stuff in they want, whatever. They got stuff going on in there like that. You go in there, you running, you acting like you tough. Tell me what you gonna do when you got 10 men. Now you tough, right? You that deal, right? I'm little such and such. I'm tough. I'm bad. I'm that deal. Because you've been defeating everybody out here on the street, right? Everybody you come up against, you known to be the hardest in the clique, right? You doing that. You that guy. So like I say, not here, not across. Now, across the street gonna hit a lot different. Just if y'all leave here, I promise you, you go across the street for a little while, even that's not, it's different than here. Because see, it's a different level of care here than you get here. It ain't for the money. They don't do this for the money. Get over there. Kind of like, yeah. So, they ain't really getting paid either, but they don't care. They ain't got a level of care like they do because you grown now. When you become an adult, hit different, man. So certain things got to go on because you all are minors that they have to do. So don't take them for granted that they got to do this stuff because you all are minors. They do it because you're minors. Certain lines they can't cross. But guess what? It's certain lines that you can't cross either. You can't come in and just talk to these people, disrespect them, do what you want to do, because you can do that. But guess what? You're taking yourself to hell in a handbasket. You're going to a hellhole then. So don't think you're disrespecting these people and you cool with it. You look cool to your boys because every time you do that, it's a demerit against you. It's something against you. So you're digging a ditch for yourself every time y'all come and disrespect these people. Give these people the utmost respect in here. They do this because they love y'all, man. Respect these men and women that's walking through here. I'm going to hold y'all to that because when I come out here, I'm asking questions. I'm going to give y'all some homework before I leave here. And if I'm blessed to see y'all next week, I want to see some results. Because again, I didn't come to play with y'all. I'm not on the payroll. I'm going to speak to y'all from the hip. You can deal with it or not, or go back in them pods. But you're going to deal with this because I love y'all enough to give you the truth. Somebody cared enough about me to give me this game, to give me the truth. Get in one of them big prisons, brother. Toughest guy. You've been kicking it. You've been knocking everybody off out here in the street. I ain't talking about murder, but I'm talking about anybody standing up with them hands with you. You defeating them. Now your ego done grew. You think you that guy. Go into prison, think you got that same mentality. They got guys from all over the world, different places, different phases. You don't know. People in prison that's for life, people that got death row, all that. So they got a level. Their courage like this, it's zero. Tell me what you gonna do when you get in one of them prisons. That, first of all, the prison I told you when you walk in, it says, welcome home, leave all your dreams and hopes behind. When you get in that prison, that's a wake-up call right there because you know you're there for a while. Now tell me what you going to do. You the hardest guy on the block now. Tell me what you going to do. You get in that prison and you got 6 guys holding you down and took your pants off. Come on now. We talking real, right? Tell me what you going to do. They done took your pants off, bro, because you came into prison talking about you the hardest guy. You the thoroughest guy. You know what's happening. I'm going to defeat anybody. You probably can knock all them guys off in the prison one by one. But you can get 6 guys in that prison that's scary, and you ain't got the strength of 6 men. They going to take your pants off, hold your legs open, and have their way with you, bruh. I'm telling you what I know. Know how I escaped that when I was there? I went in that prison. My mama told me, a woman, go in there, son, do your time, shut your mouth. Don't make friends with people. Don't click up. Don't be quick to shoot your mouth. You can be the smallest little thing you think you saying, you being cool. You ain't no buddying up in prison because that's the first red flag. When you get into prison, you're trying to buddy up. You're trying to get with a clique. They'll respect you more just being a loner. You go in there, they'll respect you more just being a loner. But you still ain't safe. Because they may respect you, but then one day they may see you sitting by yourself and say, man, let's go over and get this dude, man. Y'all on the yard together. Because it's time y'all going to be together where they can get to you. I ain't saying it's putting no fear in you, but I'm saying to put some fear in you. Because it does. It happens like this. This is real life I'm telling y'all about. Now, if y'all don't believe me, all you got to do is get out of here, do something different, don't change your life. You'll get there. I promise you. Yes, sir. We ain't gonna talk about that. Okay? Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. That's not, we don't talk about that. 5 years. Just know this. I had 88 years.
You got 88?
Yeah, I had 88 years. I was 21 then. I'm 54. I had 88 years. 88 years, 21 to 54, that ain't 88, is it? Okay, so I had 88 years, right? But I'm 54. I'm out, right? How do you think that happened? No. No.
God.
What you say?
God.
Yeah. That's how I got out. Ain't no good behavior. If they want you there, ain't no good behavior can keep you. Ain't no amount of money. If that's the case, why when Tupac, all these other guys went to the prison, why they still there? They was millionaires. If it was money, they had to do their time. So how you think they got out? They knew somebody. If you listen to them, even the hardest rappers, they started talking about God when he was in jail. They started rapping about him. They started something about him. Even Lil Boosie. He wanted him to, he out there, but if you listen to him, he on TikTok. You hear him mention God? Man, this God thing works, bro. I ain't telling y'all about something I heard. The power of words, they powerful in your life. You people are here because of some things you said. If you think I'm lying, think some years back of something. I guarantee you all of y'all can think about something y'all said years ago that's manifest in your life right now. Manifest means it's going on in your life or it's done happened in your life. You know why? Because it's a spiritual law. It has to happen. First and foremost, I'm a man of God. I love Jesus with all my heart. And I'm going to live for him for the rest of my life. Out of all the stuff I've done, all the things, licks and stuff I thought I wanted to come up and all that stuff, man, on none of that stuff compared to Jesus, brother. I know that because I got on my face. I know my right hand to God. I got on my face and I said to God, if you get me out of this, I'm going to live for you for the rest of my life. And you know what it takes to get out of it? You can't just talk to God, throw something in the wind and think it's going to happen. No, you know how you get God to move on your behalf? Because you're already healed. You don't have to be sick. I'm 54 years old. I'm going to go on and get that 120 because according to Genesis, we're supposed to get 120 years, not 77 years. That's what statistics tell you. And the natural man, if you're supernatural, living in the supernatural, you're supposed to get 120 at least. That's what the Bible say. I ain't read no Latin, but when I read, that's what I read. That was on my eyes. I read that. So I'm going to preach that. Because I read it and I know it. I'm 54, no health problems. I'm going to get every day that I'm supposed to get out of this life. You know why? Because I know somebody. His name is Jesus. And I'm living for it. I come from all that hood stuff and thug stuff. Oh, it's in me. You know? So I like to say I'm holy and I'm hood. So pray with me. Don't play with me. Keep that. Write that down. And I mean that. Because I pray. I love the Lord with all my heart. I ain't gonna let no man come against me. I ain't gonna come against nobody. I don't let no man come against me because I'm a strong man. I'm gonna be that. Even as strong as I am, as high as my faith is, bro, I ain't trying to go back to that prison because you know what I did that analogy I just told you what they do to people? I ain't trying to be there, bro. I'm cool on that because, yeah, you know, you go in there, you a man, you got a little butt on you or something as a dude. Oh, they coming for you, bro. Think it's a game. So stay out of there, man. The power of words. Words is something else. You all seen Mr. Tyus' book, Checkmate Life? Y'all seen that? That's a powerful book. I read that book. He gave me that book when I came here. I read that book. It's a powerful book. Please, if y'all got to get it and get in it and read it. It applies to y'all life. And oh my God. Every prison, every jail I go to, I promote it. I talk about it so that he can get it. You know, so they can get it and read about that book. And I got one called The Power of the Tongue. Come from a minister. I go to church in Chicago because I want the truth. I'm not saying they ain't preaching the truth here. I just ain't ran against it. So it's important that you get in that Bible, get an understanding for yourself, because when you read those words, listen to what I'm saying. The Bible is not a complicated book. If y'all ever thought it was, it's not complicated. All you do is get in it, and if a good place to start, 2 places in the Bible y'all want to start if you really want change in your life. The book of Acts and the book of Proverbs. That's going to talk about, Proverbs talk about stuff that's going on in y'all life every day. Anything you encounter in this world, it's happening in this life. It's already being fulfilled. It's there. Yeah, Matthew, Mark, and Luke and John, but like, do you know, you talk about Luke, right? Luke wrote the book of Acts too. Nobody knew that. Luke also wrote the book of Acts. He wrote the book of Luke and he wrote the book of Acts. Yeah, I know most people don't. Know why? Because they don't certainly get the truth. They rely on the pastor, they listen to him, and they go off of his stuff. He could be leading you off of left field. I'm not saying all these pastors are wrong, but I'm just saying. That's why I said study to show thyself approved. You get in there and get the word, get understanding for yourself. When you read that Bible and you read what it's supposed to say, then you say that and you look at it, you believe it, take it into your heart, swallow it as a seed, and it'll produce a harvest in your life, which means it'll give you what you ask for. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. That means you write it, and you know what you write with? How you make stuff happen, because how things happen, you have to say it out of your mouth. You can't just be sitting there thinking it's going to happen. You have to actually say it. And when you say it, you read it, you say it, then you believe it. And stand on it. And don't say nothing else different. The doctor give you a bad report. Don't be out there looking at, oh man, they said I got this. Now stop talking. Because every time you're doing, the devil listening for your words just like God. Because God wants your words so he can disperse the angels to do what he needs you to do. The devil doing the same thing so he can disperse his minions. Oh, man, let's go kill this N-word. And there you go. Gave him some fuel. He done sent his angels. He got angels. He used to be an angel. I'll give y'all this real quick because I don't know how much more time I got left. I'm going to give y'all this real quick. This is what I want y'all to do. I just told y'all about power words, how strong they are. This right here, this is my vision board, right? Get that, John? You see it? All right, cool. This is a vision board. Know what this vision board does? Don't ever stop dreaming, because that's what this is. All this, I got some black X's on some things. Those things already happened in my life. This thing here, I did this in 2020 about speaking to the children. Where am I at? What am I doing? All right. And all these other things, they're going to come off this list. And I'm going to make a new board. Hmm? Oh, you don't know what kind of card that is, huh? Ooh, see, he knows what's happening. Yeah, that's a ghost.
We can make vision boards if I want to.
Yeah, and y'all should. Because you know what a vision board does for you? Check this out. You, what's your name? Okay, you said that you don't know what you're going to do when you get out. You just, because you don't know how much time you got. Forget not knowing how much time you got. You can take yourself out of time and get into faith, and you can make this thing happen supernaturally for you. So stop worrying about the time that they give you. Focus on what you want to do when you get out of here, and the time just might be shortened. So get you a board, and it don't have to be this big. Y'all can start with a piece of paper, something small. All these things I got on here, pictures, the reason I do this is because this stuff jogs my memory. This sits in my office every day. When I sit down in my desk in my office, all of this stuff is up, and I'm looking at it every day. Okay, and when you look at this stuff, this remind you every day of where you want to be, what you want to do. Every day it reminds you of what you want to do. One last thing, one other thing I'm going to show y'all, then I'm going to give y'all a little paper to go with. It's over there. Get that for me, John, if you will, that folder. This here, now this was one of my visions. Okay, one of the things I put on my vision board, that's on that board. Y'all see this here? My last name McCoy, right? McCoy's Equine Therapy Ranch. Y'all know what equine therapy means? Equine simply means horses, right? It's a form of therapy that you use for horses, to help children with autism, all types of disabilities, any sickness and disease they may be dealing with. That's what this therapy does. I don't know any blacks doing this, especially in the Midwest, that I know of, okay? And I've searched it because I've talked to all these different people with these different ranches. I went and visited them. I've volunteered on these ranches to learn how this thing go. And if you're into something, get into it to learn what it is. This is happening. This is unfolding in my life. That's a $3 million ranch right there. My wife found the property, the exact property that I got right here, all this stuff on this property. My wife went online and found this property. We walked through this property before I even knew that we was walking through the same property I had put on paper a year prior. God gave me this. When you talk to God, he'll talk to you. He gave me this vision a year prior. I drew this out. I just refreshed it because I bought a white one, but I refreshed it so you all can see it like this. I can stand it up. But he manifests this in my life. I walked through this ranch, and with him walking me through it, hands down, it's mine. Do I have $3 million right now cash? Nah. Not to go splurge and do this, but I mean, this is for a good call, but I ain't got $3 million to go say, boom, I'm finna do this. But guess what? This thing is already unfolding. I got people coming to me. I already got people already done donated 12 horses to me. I need 12 to do it. God donated them to me. All I gotta do is go pick them up. The land, the people wanna donate the land to me. So I'm saying, when you talk to God and believe him, things supernaturally happen. This ain't gonna happen if I'm out there thugging. I go up in there acting like I ain't got no sense. People see me, oh no, I don't wanna do that. But you go in there with a genuine idea, something you want to do, it's people out there to help you. I'm one of them. Mr. Titus is one of them. He'll help you, but he ain't going to put up with your foolishness. I promise you that. John, cameraman, he'll help you. He ain't going to put up with your foolishness. He go in here, and we leave out of here, and he sees somebody, oh man, he goes, man, that guy, he's crazy. We're not dealing with him. But he go out here, somebody got some dreams, aspirations, something you really want to do. Man, let's see what we can do to help him. That's how it go, man. So watch your mouth, because you feel something. You ain't got to always say everything you think. Watch what you say. So when you say something, say it, mean it, and stand on it. Now I'm going to give y'all something else right here. These are what they call affirmations. And what I want y'all to do is look at it. It might not apply to you. I gave it to the other class before. These may not, everything on there ain't going to apply to you because y'all ain't got no wife. But everything on here is not going to apply to you. Whatever don't apply to you on this list, then mark it out. Find you another affirmation to put on there. All right? Read that every day. When you wake up, read it when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep. Hold fast to it. I don't care if you got the frame, put it in plastic so it don't get messed up. Get y'all pen and paper. Get y'all notebooks. Write 300 things on there y'all want God to do for you. You ain't going to come up with 300 things in one day. But it might take you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, to come up with it. Moral of the story is, man, I want y'all to do right. Yes, sir. Okay, so that's something that's something I'm putting in front of y'all, something y'all can look at and see, okay, I can ride them. Now you start to get some hope. So hopefully I can come in here and keep doing this. Mr. Tyson keep letting me, because y'all trip, man. Y'all, I'll be talking to somebody else. Anybody else got any questions before I close out? Anybody else? No? Nothing? All right. Anybody get anything out of this? Raise your hand if you did. That's what I'm talking about. That's the goal. So this is the reward for me. This is my pay. Yeah, this is my pay right here. You see what I'm saying? All right, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. All right?